Yo, back at the chickens. I love talking to these chickens. Got a runner. Kuya's back there doing something, so you might hear some clanking or banging. I'm going to talk about my experience with schooling in the Philippines. And you might not think this applies to you, because you're going to get here and you're going to find the perfect woman, and she's not going to have any kids. She doesn't care about making any with you, and so school is not going to apply to you. And then you're going to realize real fast that that is a fucking fantasy. That ain't true. Not even close to true. Unless you're dealing with an 18 or 19-year-old, you're going to be dealing with kids. And then that 18 or 19-year-old is going to want to make some kids. So you're going to be dealing with kids. That's just, hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. You're gonna find that out. It was just like in your home country. If you're dating in your age group, they're gonna have kids. If they're anything past 21, there's a good chance there's gonna be kids involved. And if they're older than that, there might be kids and grandkids involved. No big deal. If you're holding out for that perfect one that's got no kids and doesn't want any kids, good fucking luck. You're not going to find that in the Philippines, at least. You're not finding that. Unless she has some health issues and she can't have any kids, she's going to want some kids. If you can't give her any, she's going to move on. She's going to get what she can from you, and she's out. She'll move on to somebody that can and will. That's the way it is. So anyways, what I want to say about school is the public schools here are not on a level. They're not on any kind of level that what you're used to. I got a 10-year-old, could barely subtract. And he's been going to private school his whole life. So the public school, don't even think about it. Do not even think about it. If that kid that your girlfriend or wife is sending to public school is functioning at all, it's a miracle. Get him out of that school. He's going to be dealing with bullying constantly, or she going to be dealing with bullying constantly, disruptions in the classroom, can't learn anything. Hopefully there's tutors involved to keep things going, but I'm telling you, public school is not where it's at if you want the kid to be anything other than a tricycle driver. And they're doing the best they can. It's not, you can't hate the Philippines for it. They've got no resources. These schools are small. They may or may not have air conditioning in the public schools, depending on what's going on. And they're running 2 times per day. They're running an early school session and a late school session because they got too many students for the school, and so they have to run 2 separate classes. So your kid might go to school from 5 a.m. to noon, and then your kid might go to school from noon or 1 p.m. to 6 or 7 p.m. because they're running 2 full class schedules out of that to try to accommodate the students. It's rough. It sucks. You get into a private school, and you're paying about $1,000 a year, which is fine, perfectly fine. And then you're going to get a smaller classroom, better teachers, but they still are not up to the task. They're not up to the task because the classes are only going as fast as the slowest student, and they have this policy called no student left behind or something like that. I don't even know what that means, but apparently that's an issue. So it seems like at the school my kid is going to right now, my stepkid is going to right now, they're always out of class for this sporting event or that sporting event. Even though he's not partaking, the teachers go for the sporting events, and then there's no class. And then they have between semesters, they'll have a little bit of a break. And at one point around October, he was out of school for a month because they finished exams, and then he's out of school for the rest of the week. And then they had this other bullshit and this other bullshit. And then they did a music festival thing. And So he was doing that and not learning. He didn't have classes for a month, and that's during the school year. That's not summertime. It was terrible, and the parents were all getting pissed off. So what I've done is I've wasted a year because I assumed that private school meant good school. And look, the school is good. He's not getting bullied. The classes are fine. The teachers are fine. It's just he is not progressing. And so we got him a tutor. Tutor cost $4 an hour, and the tutor has turned everything around. Because, like in math, they don't give him homework. This school has not given homework all year. And I'm questioning it, but I'm the foreign guy, I can't really say much. But you know how it is with math. If you're not doing repetitions, you're not learning. You got to do repetition to get that down and remember it. And they're not doing that. So the tutor is helping, getting some reps in, and he does fine in all the subjects. Even math, he's got B's and A's. But the kid can't subtract. So I don't know what's happening. Like, they don't want to give parents the bad news that the kid is not progressing, or they're grading on such a curve that every kid is making it. I don't know what's going on, and it's above my pay grade. I'm not getting involved. But next year, I'm taking charge, and we're going to an international school. So it's double the price. Still not terrible. It's a less convenient location. It's going to be a pain. There is a bus, but the bus doesn't really go this far out, so it would be a 2.5-hour bus ride each way. So I'm not doing that to the kid when it's a 45-minute ride on a bad day to take them. So we'll be a slave to the school yet again, taking them 2 times a day, going and picking them up. But what are you going to do? That's the reality here. That is the reality. I mean, I'm not going to throw them on a jeepney and tell them to figure it out. That's almost as bad, maybe worse than a school bus. So you got to get them there, got to get them back. That's what you're going to be facing. And don't think you're not. If you get here, you're going to find the perfect chick, and you're going to find out she got 10 of them suckers. Or you're going to find the perfect chick, and you're going to find out she wants 10 of those suckers. So no problem. Deal with it. Know going in that if you're coming here and you've got a family already, be ready for dealing with school and being present and paying attention and watching what's going on. Because it's if you do nothing and just assume it's going to be okay, you're doing an injustice to them kids. You gotta do better than the public school. Unfortunately, the public schools are not getting it done here. They just don't get it done. And there might be exceptions to the rule, but that kid went to private school in Manila, where there was like 50 or 60 kids in the class, and that's a private school, to now 25 kids in the class, and it's a private school. So it just depends on where you're at. But your best bet is the international schools, and thankfully the international schools are not a ridiculous expense here, at least from what I've seen and where I'm at, which is around Angeles City. So be aware of it, be proactive, be involved, do your best, and stay on top of it. It's only the kid's future. No big deal. You got to make sure he's getting some kind of education. And don't be passive about it. So there you go. All right. Unavoidable. You're going to be dealing with kids. Unless you get up with some grandma. But then she's going to have some grandkids that she's definitely raising. Because the other family member, the mom or whatever, is OFW. So even if you mess with grandmas, you're going to be dealing with kids. And that's not a bad thing. The kids here are freaking cool, man. They're awesome. They're super respectful, and it's just a different kind of animal here. It's really, really cool. I could be pissed at that kid, and 5 minutes later, it's fine. It never happened. Like it never happened. And then maybe that's just because it's a boy, but it's just a different kind of thing as opposed to America, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing. But you gotta stay on top of them educations. Get them smarter. Don't let them be a jeepney driver or a tricycle driver. All right. That's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me how your experience is in the Philippines with the kids. See you.